Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. And apologies for the delay. And welcome to another episode of Battle Nations Radio. We are on episode 29, where we're going to be going over SP, XP, and prestige strategies, as well as taking a look at the new BNA website. We'll have our weekly pickups. The radio lines will be open here shortly. And we are also going to be going over success rates and possibly on-stream battle against the Ancient Sentinel. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Let's get some music going here. Let me finish setting up. I am coming in here very frantically, and we'll just go from there. So let me go ahead and get everything set up, and appreciate you bearing with me. What are we feeling on music? Trying to get that set up. Let me get the comments posted on here. Alrighty, guys. Do a little funky beats. That's what we need for Tuesday. Finally, stream time. Yeah, I know. I've been working on this. I had to basically go scramble and find a new monitor. It's going to kill me. Let me go ahead and get the monitor resynced here too, so I can get everything set up just right. I'm trying to do this real time, so give me 1 second. I wanted to get started to let y'all know I am here. Was dealing with Homeboy, apply. Okay, there we go. That should work. Howdy, howdy. What's up, guys? Stream time, yep. Lightning Lord, good to see you, man. All right, and let's go ahead and get the Battle Nation pulled up here as well, and then we'll go ahead and throw guys, go ahead. I like that. Background. It gives you pretty good sound. All right. Bobby is not early or late. Good rise too. Alrighty. Thunder, what's going on? Where's John Hangout? Gotta see my toy on a milk carton. Ooh, please don't. This is Mr. Hangout is found. All good, Judge. Good to know you're here. All right, there we go. All right, and we'll get the screen shared. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we are. We are back in it. All right. So, welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we are prestiging slowly but surely. We have so many units we're trying to rank up right now. We're going to be going over that. And yeah, we're going to be going over. I'm gonna rip that. Cool. Large job. What's going on, CU Pants? How you doing, man? Yeah, I might be awake. Maybe not. We'll see. Won't be awake for that. All right, there we go. As you can see, I'm horrible about managing. Managing event demand. But looks like we got Junder, Schmabo, Rogue, Judge, Clays, Boca, and CU Pants. I know I always pronounce that name wrong, so forgive me on that. Guys, we're going to go ahead and touch on weekly pickups. A lot to show off this week. DC, that's going to be kind of my strategy in terms of going over how to approach Just getting some of that extra XP. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a scroll. First call out is I did get another tentacle. So we are at 4 tentacles. That's the most I have of any boss drop. I have 8 boss drops in total with 2 Dexters, 2 Ironclads, and 4 tentacles. Pretty happy about that. Also can report that I did successfully beat the Ancient Sentinel today, but we did not unfortunately have a boss drop. So we're all good there. Other units that we're going to be testing out, new pickups. So we got the Arctic Trooper. We got 3 of those ready for promotion. In the vehicles, we do have the Arctic Tank. We have 1 of those. And that one just was recently promoted to R2, so we're going to be working on that tonight. We also have a Treb, so we are going to be working on the Trebuchet as well. This is a great place to go put your lumber. I've always found myself just having a plethora of lumber, so making a bunch of Trebs, that's going to be great. They're also great for the getting to R6 because they have that Raptor attack that should hopefully be pretty viable against the Ancient Sentinel. But with that being said, we're going to go take a look here. Ancient Ruins, clear as day. We're not seeing anything there. And we'll take a scroll down to Western Ocean. We're not seeing a whole lot there. But guys, let me know if there's any lag, if you're seeing anything. As you can see, it's kind of a new background. We're officially, quote unquote, in the new office. I'm going to be doing some wall art, everything like that. Again, just got it set up, new desk. Everything was building some furniture over the weekend. If you all have built furniture before, you know how that goes. But what's up, Emperor? And guys, just for the reminder, I'm going to go ahead and pop in. What's up, Soju? Guys, if you want to be a part, I am always happy to hop in the hideout as well. But we are using the official BNA Discord, and we are going to be sharing the wrong screen there. But yeah, we are going to be doing that. So let me go ahead and invite. Let's go ahead and put that invite in there, guys. If you want to be a part of this radio, that's not the right invite. To somebody from the BNA Discord, are they able to pop in that invite link? That would be great. Or if I'm friends with you, I can send you an invite as well. Yeah, but guys, if somebody from BNA or BNG could pop that in. I'm grinding gears at New Haven. The Battle Nation sucks, but every time I'm like 10 free nanos. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I popped into radio. If somebody could help me share the channel, that would be great. Definitely want to get some more people in here. And let me know how that music is. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? But yeah, perfect. So guys, I'm in the radio if you want to join up. So we've taken a look at the we've gone ahead and taken a look at the Western Ocean. Not seeing a whole bunch there. But with that being said, we are seeing that we are starting to see the coal reserves slacken a little bit. So if you find me assisting your advanced coal mines, top of the hat to you. Thank you very much for having those. Those have been great. Because what I'm doing right now is XP is the name of the game. And if you look at my base, you can see I have one Morgan's house. I like the way that it looks, but I'm not a huge spender. You know, I got about 2,000 nanos always in the pocket right there. Yes, Emperor, the radio is open. It is in the BNA Discord. I got to get you in there. All right, perfect. Working on that right now. Music is nice. And yeah, so guys, what I'm doing right now is you can see I have 20 units ready for promotion. A ton. And we have stuff like the Pelican, the Arctic Trooper makes sense. Chemical Trooper kind of makes sense. But we're also seeing like the Flamethrower, the Grenadier, the Hunter, even the laser trooper, the armadillo. We're seeing a lot of random units here kind of ready for promotion. And with that being said, my goal is to have something promoting at all times. So I'm limited on resources because my max capacity is at 21,000 so far. Probably won't change too much here. I could see myself getting another large warehouse, but with that being said, what I'm trying to do is just always keep something in rotation. So what I was doing last time is what promoted at about noon today was my dragon. I got that up to R6, and that was a nice chunk of about 8,000 XP. And from noon to 4, I got my Arctic tank up from 1 to 2, and that was a 4-hour promotion. And then right now I'm getting this regular dragoon up to R2 as well. Again, that was very easy to do. Basically did that fighting against raptors and mammoths and just sticking this thing in the back line while getting more SP on other units that I needed. And then overnight, for the 12-hour shift, I'll be getting the ironclad up to R3. So guys, now this definitely changes for units that are at R9. But keep in mind to get a unit from R1 to R2, it takes 4 hours. To get a unit from R2 to R3, it takes 12 hours. From R3 to R4, it takes a day. And then from R4 to R5 and R5 to R6, both take 2 days. Again, this changes with newer units that have more than 6 levels it can be at. Also, nice. I'm going to go ahead and make another MRE. Good to see that. So guys, keep that in mind. Basically, you want to try and math it out to always keep something promoting. Now, something like getting a Dragoon to R2 is not going to give you too much XP, at the end of the day. If we pull the stats up right here, just to kind of do it live, I got to say it's like 800 XP. So again, it's not breaking the bank or anything like that, but it costs what? 800 iron, and that's about an hour's worth, and that's 800 XP. That's worth it. That's going to do some dents. So just go over the stats here, just sharing. We are looking, it only took 896 SP, nothing, and 800 iron to get you 600 XP. So that's great. That's another 600 XP that I wouldn't have if I didn't rank this thing up. It's a really easy way to go about this. I highly recommend that you do this. So just kind of bear that in mind. Also make sure to have this chemical reservoir going. I'm sure you all do. That gives a nice 100 XP as well. Your real XP money makers, which is something that I'm going to be kind of shifting gears here towards once I, finish up this backlog of Navy units and everything to rank up. I'm going to make at least one more orphanage to start spitting out some more XP. Hopefully, I'll have more of a science down to how much XP I'm getting on a weekly cadence. But we don't have it just right now. All right. Hey guys, I'm going ahead and dropping the link to the Discord link to the radio. So there it is. Wow. We just had somebody else get a second AS frag in 3 fights, which is insane. So I'm guessing a lot of people here had the, not a lot of people, but I'm guessing a decent amount had the frags, which has been good to see. Not me. I will probably be dead last. But what I am excited to show about in my last weekly pickup that I forgot to talk about, not a weekly pickup per se, but more so a progression report. The biggest thing is the snakes. I need 2 more bars, but as you can see, I'm close to getting that 1 bar. So hopefully we'll have that one done by stream. And I am ranking this up with a bunch of other things. So let me go ahead and get into the examples I was talking about with ranking up kind of those low level, those basic units, and show off my strategies for there. Because another thing that's in high demand right now is going to be teeth. My teeth situation is getting a little bit better, which has been good to see. I only have 3 snakes ready to go because I just fought the sentinel. So let me take a look at like a low unit that I'm want to promote. Let's take a look at the gunner here. Halfway. That's a good 12 hours to kill for R3. So we'll go ahead and do that. I just want to stick them in the back, and we're gonna kind of let the snakes do most of the work. I'm only doing this for respawnable animal fights. that aren't sandworms. So forget anything that's like Bigfoot country, because those acid guys are going to be able to target those backline units. Alrighty. So just like that, and that's 98 XP. Not a ton of XP, but again, for a R2 machine gunner, that's great. And again, this is kind of if you want to be a min-maxer, obviously you want more of that SP going towards the snake. But right now, my big focus has been on that XP, because there are a ton of prestigious academy units that I'd like to get, and I'd really like to show off to y'all as quickly as possible. So generally my philosophy is just like, let's keep the ball rolling on these things, and let's make sure we have a bunch of these units out and ready to go. So with that being said, this is kind of the strategy from now. Is anybody else feeling the tooth drought right now? How are we feeling about that? I know there are a ton of other units. We have an Elemental Trooper ready to go for tonight, and we have a Trebuchet ready as well. I'm going to be showing off this Raptor situation first. We're going to get one or two more of these kind of bogus units ranked up, and then we're going to switch over to some of the more fun units. We're going to be able to showcase the Elemental Trooper. It's just at R1. We're going to add that to the backlog ready to go. We're going to get that Arctic tank ready to go to R3 as well. The goal is to just keep the backlog healthy. I think that's kind of the name of the game right now, as I just don't see myself getting a ton of Morgan's houses. I'm really excited for Suburban houses. Those come out at level 60. And I really need to stack prestige stars with them, as well as getting all the new units. What's up, Cornwall? Finally, he scraped up 20 to get the Maulers to R5 yesterday. Yeah. I bet that felt good, though. I mean, getting them to R5, they're really powerful, and then you can kind of just coast to R6, because I lost my mouse. There it is. Because at R6, even getting them to R6, you know that during a boss strike, you're going to be able to do that. And speaking of which, guys, this is my last episode in February, and as we know, the fan vote, or the player vote, basically said I would prefer to have the next boss strike in March. And we're kind of starting to get to that time where I think we can start talking about boss strike number 2. So I want to talk about that a little bit as well tonight. Just start opening that discussion. Start thinking about what we want for boss strike 2. You know, I like to hear predictions. My guess personally right now is going to be Silver Wolves for boss strike 2. It just makes the most sense with the campaign. But yeah, I would start brainstorming about, you know, where boss strike 2 is going to be, and kind of what that situation is to be, and what units you want for that too. I do not see ourselves getting the A10 Warthog or the Battle Nations version of it. Sorry to say, but I'd be highly doubtful that we get that. But start thinking about like other units that we'd like, because I'm very curious to see what they come out with for boss strike 2. I'm really hoping we see that soon, along with PvP. I really don't want any more level cap increases. I mean, obviously it'd be nice to get to 60, but there's definitely some stuff like PvP and others that I'd like to get beforehand. But let's go ahead and take a look at the comments here. I know I've been rambling a little bit. I was bad for a while, but I'm done using teeth and slowly replenishing mine in stockpile. I'm in the same boat. I have about 30 now, so feeling pretty confident about that. Bro, why does the range sentinel require teeth to upgrade? Is he organic? I don't know, but I do not care what he requires to upgrade. I will get him exactly what he needs. Working on R6 Trebuchet, only 3.5 bars away. That is crazy. I haven't even gotten mine to R2 yet, so you are definitely ahead of the curve. But yeah, guys, we have wiped out the Raptors. Let's go ahead. Let's get with these mammoths. I know they're not fun to do, but I really do need some teeth, and I'll take the extra SP as well. Not much of a reason to go Morgan's if you haven't. Yeah, I'm on that wave. I mean, I love the Suburbans. I like the way that they look. I think they make your city look really nice. I'll keep one modern house and one modern duplex for the novelty of it. I like to have one of each house, at least free to play. Yeah, bro, 3.5 away from R6 Trebs is crazy. I completely agree. Let's go switch to more bad nights here. Hey, Hobby, and any boss strike sounds good at this moment. What would you prefer, Halkin? Good to see you, man. I see Crop Duster, Chinook, and Thresher if we get Silver Wolves. I'd be so pumped on the Thresher tank. Spartan, that is the big blue tank that you can, that basically has the plow on it, along with the machine gun, and it's the tank with the plow and the machine gun on it. All right, let's get these guys up here, get this machine gunner ready to go too. With the boars, they should be able to attack past the front line, so we'll just go ahead and do a volley there. All right, looking pretty good. I want to take a second. I haven't seen this username before, but I want to take a second to highlight this username right here. Ranged Fragment. Is it possible to defeat the Sentinel without any units? I just like the username. Obviously, it's troll post. I would say go for it. Maybe toss in something. I don't know. Maybe a wimp or two might do it, but no, I don't think so. That's a great username. That's a hilarious. Good to see. Silver Wolves, basically, this level cap gives us Silver Wolves missions and the cold effect. Yep. I hate ranking up units without SP boosters. It's not enjoyable. There's no way in hell I'm touching Naval unless Madrona does something because it's lackluster to level up N10s. Yeah, I agree with you, Hell Gamer. I mean, especially on the Navy and the stuff that was designed to be ranked up with SP and XP boost. I don't see them getting Navy 2 involved, if that makes sense. I don't see them getting Navy 2 involved, so I wouldn't worry about ranking them up too much. Obviously, something fun to do in the background to get steel or gears or bars, but boom, there we go. We have that ready. That's good to see. But no, I totally understand that. Don't blame me for feeling that way. Do you feel that way about every unit? Because I definitely have some new vigor reintroduced as I'm kind of playing around with all this new stuff. What other dumb unit am I gonna get ranked up? I need to have some R1s ready to go. All R2. This guy. Riot Trooper. Riot Trooper's definitely getting ranked up. Hey, perfect. I'm looking forward to talking to you, man. It's been a long time. Yeah, guys, the name of the game right here is I really want to at least get these snakes ranked up before I have to fight the Sentinel next. I have been having pretty good luck in terms of actually combat with the Sentinel, which I do really appreciate. Not so much when it comes to drops, but we'll get there. We'll get there, and if we're able to get these ranked up, we'll be in a better spot as well. All right, Hell Gamer. Land units are fine, but it's mainly just navals. There's no way to farm it. XP, just like Bigfoot Country. Give me 1 second, as I forgot to plug in my computer, which would be very helpful. That is why that was doing that. Sorry, I almost had a little... All right, there we go. Back to it. Disappointed that all critter spawns are less SP than they were at level 49. Yep, that's pretty disappointing, especially given the fact that we're all kind of fighting for teeth right now. So totally agree with that. Yeah, I mean, the teeth situation, I'm basically trying to get my stockpile back up because every other resource, I don't know. I haven't had any issues with any of the other resources right now, except maybe coal and steel. Is anybody else feeling that shortage? Is that just me? Did I not have enough preparation for... Looks like I might be able to attack there. Yeah, get that little sawed-off action in there. But yeah, is that just me? Did I not have enough preparation for... have enough storage? But that's kind of where I'm feeling the pinch a little bit. I honestly prefer the 3x3 Raptor. I'm loving the 3x3 Raptor. That is true. I feel like I could take out that formation a lot quicker, especially with the snakes. They suit the snakes very well, which has been good to see. And I've been using those a lot for snakes. And also the fact that snakes tend to appear right here where my cursor is has been super nice, but it looks like Cornwall, your thing was covering it. Daddy Longlegs, what's going on? Welcome on in. I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday, guys. Just a friendly reminder. We're at 13 likes, so that's a pretty good like counter. But if you could, go ahead and drop a like and a sub button. That'd be super helpful for the channel as we are approaching 400. And trying to get some fun stuff planned. We got some stuff We got some stuff coming for PvP in the next boss strike. I know there's been a little bit of a lull in content, so apologies for that. It's mainly just been the radio. We are back on our normal schedule. Things seem to be straightening out. We're having a lot less storms, so always great to see. But no, this is a tedious rank up, and I do want to start touching that Elemental Trooper as well. But we'll go ahead and do one more Riot Trooper level up and go from there. What have people been focusing on? So I do want to make a poll, and I got some. I had a lot of fun on the last episode, kind of doing those almost Battle Nations Would You Rather's. Is that a segment that y'all would like to see weekly? I know people liked that one last week, and I've thought of a couple more. I thought the polls were really fun and engaging. So definitely let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I really do like doing that. And for those who missed it last week, the question is would you take no Battle Nations updates until October 1st for 3 melee frags and 3 range frags right now? Guaranteed. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that again, Rogue. I did like that too. But that was the poll of last week, is would you? And everybody knows the reason that we don't have the next update is because of your greed. But that is the pending question now. All right, we finished those. Do you want to do the Trebs here first? So let's go ahead, because we were halfway through that. I was working on that. It's another easy unit kind of just to get figured out. But that was the poll last week. So I got another one for this week. Maulers, Elemental Troopers, and Trebs. Yeah. That totally makes sense. Guys, is anybody doing any SP? Is anybody doing any SP pre-work right now? Not SP, sorry. PvP pre-work right now. I know I've been working on kind of some formation strategies. So kind of excited to show this off. We're going to be doing a long stream once PvP comes off of just being my ass whooped repeatedly by other players. My other question is, do you think they'll do a live version of PvP, or do you think they'll do you set up a defense and then people attack that defense? I know we've seen that with more modern games, so I'm curious if that's something that they're going to implement into this as well. All right, we need to get this guy in the corner taken care of. I'm so excited to get this Treb good. I mean, it's going to be great. I have so many units I need to get up right now, though. All right, and with that, we are finished off with the boars. Not doing too hot on the teeth situation. Okay. Let's check out the mammoths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish off these mammoths, and then we're going to go into before I bore you to death with Bigfoot Country. We're gonna go ahead and after we finish off these mammoths, we're gonna head over to the new BNA website. So if you're interested in BNA, just wanted to show you some of the perks of joining, some of the stuff that we offer if you're a BNG or BNA, just some of the ways that we track our information. We're going to set that up live. But yeah, we're going to do that. All right, cheers, Schmavo. Good to see you. All right, that's another round of SP there. So we'll have this one done in no time. I wish the Treb wasn't all the way back there, but that's okay. It makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, guys, I'm also finding myself kind of in a bottleneck situation too, because I have my megas. I have about 4 bars. We'll hop on call in a sec. Can't answer any questions about the site. Okay, perfect. I lost my train of thought there. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, apologies. So I have a bottleneck right now. I have so many different units that I'm kind of like halfway through the ranking that they've all kind of mushed together. The snakes are still my biggest priority, but I do have those megas as well. I think they're 4 bars into R5. So definitely looking to get a little bit of action on those. And get those ready for R5, because once I have them at R5, they'll be better than the heaviers in terms of total HP and armor, which would be great. Something that I definitely, so I can start using them for the Sentinel and getting that SP there, because right now I just use heaviers. Well, I just use heaviers as my only tank for the Sentinel. Let me rephrase that. Oh. But yeah, these, My goodness, these snakes have been quite the grind. It has been very helpful that a lot of the units haven't been able to hit them. I keep forgetting to attack with my trebuchet, which would be helpful if I'm trying to get SP for it, but no bother. We'll make sure to attack with it this time, and then we'll go ahead and get on into it. All right, we're good there. I'm actually going to close. Well, let's go ahead and just do some refreshes. So I want to take about 5 minutes to go over this. I'm going to let my computer settle. Or just, I don't want to overload it. Drop the 2 over there. Nope, not wasting steel just yet. Got too much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. And then let's go ahead and get to do this on the side here. Oh, little flash of the email never hurt anybody. I hope y'all are digging that manatee as well. Gotta get logged in. We are working here, so I don't have you live just yet. So let me go ahead and share your voice as well. I'm trying to get logged in. Yeah, I can hear you perfect on my end. Can you hear me? Yep. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? Perfect. Alrighty, let me go ahead and get you shared with the live chat as well. Yeah, that's gonna be terrible. So all right, guys, so we got a little bit of a live demo. This is the new BNA website. I have the inventor of it on right now is CU Pants. So first off, CU, before we kind of get into this, let's set the table a little bit here. Just give a little background, you know, how you came into Battle Nations, when you started replaying, did you play the old time? If you have a favorite unit or a favorite enemy you want to fight, just want to set the table. Don't want it to be, hey, here's this guy who designed something. He has no background. But yeah, set the table for us, if you could.
Yeah, for sure. I've been on Battle Nations for a while now. I started playing back when I was in kind of like mid-high school. It was probably, I don't know, 2012, 2013-ish. So I think like similar to most other people, I played way too much. Yep. I was in BNA actually then as well. So I'm a longtime BNA guy.
Yeah.
Prior to BNA, I actually just remembered this. I was in a small guild called, I think it was like the Hitmen or something. I don't remember. And then I think it was like Yano recruited me way back in the day. But that's feels like ancient history now. I thought this game had been gone for ages. I found out actually on New Year's Day this year that it had come back. I was pumped. Apparently, Noxo had tried to reach out to me, and I had like an old email that I haven't used in a decade. But we're back now. Favorite unit in the old game was the Mega Tank. I had way too many of those things.
Yeah, was bnlover420@hotmail.com no longer available? It's no longer working.
No, for some reason, Google shuts down your account if you don't touch it for more than like 2 years. So.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So Mega Tank back in the day, and if you were BNA back in the day, you were also max rank. Pretty safe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I played way too much. I had max rank. I had way too many alts. It was like balls to the wall. Way too much stuff going on. But
well, perfect, man. Happy to have you back. I really like hearing how everyone comes back to the game as well. That's been really fun to hear. I don't know if y'all do this. I like to do it. is go to the App Store and just kind of check the most recent reviews, kind of see what everyone's saying. Mm-hmm. I always take a peek to see if it's in the top 200, but I do like hearing those stories about, hey, and guys, I'm on my phone right now just taking a peek at the App Store. I would encourage you to do the same. And also leave a review, a 5-star review for Battle Nations if you haven't already. It does greatly affect the game and help the game. But yeah, it's just fun seeing that and seeing everyone come back. And I'm hoping we kind of get everyone back in here. Oh, well, not the best 2 recent reviews, but before that, lots of 5 stars. So let's go ahead and show them some love with some 5 stars. But yeah, with that being said, is there a feature that you're most excited for that isn't currently in the game?
A lot of people talk about PvP. I'm excited about PvP. I'm not quite prepared for it yet.
Yeah,
I was a little late to the game, so I've been playing catch up for the last couple months. But PvP is cool because it, like, if I remember correctly, it gives all the units a chance because like units are weighted based on their strength. So like if I send a bunch of troopers in, I'm not going to face a bunch of mega tanks.
Yeah.
So like the breadth of units that you can use is so much larger, which is so much fun. So
yeah. No, I completely agree. It does sound like they're going to add their own little twist to PvP. So my guess right now is that PvP is going to be the first thing that's pretty unique to Madrona here. Other than the repeat, other than the repeat battle, which we didn't have the repeat battle back in the old day, correct?
No, unless it was released after I stopped playing. I stopped like 2015ish when I was heading off to college, but
yeah,
I don't think that was there at all.
Yeah.
This is cool though. Hearing the development of the new version of Battle Nations is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. I heard your talk with, was it Boris, I think, from a while ago?
Yes. I
he had mentioned that I had all the old assets, but like all of the server and client code didn't exist anymore. So they had to literally just rebuild it.
Yeah. And
he was going into the technical side of things a little bit. I'd love to talk his ear off about that because that's like what I do for a living, not game stuff, but like development stuff. So
have you been able to reach out to him at all?
Not yet. I haven't reached out yet.
Okay.
I still got a lot of real life work I got to do before I start diving into like BN dev stuff.
Totally fair. And Cornwall has a good question here. He says, "Is this tool exclusive to BNA members?"
Yeah. So it's mostly like army tracking and like BNA requirements and boss strikes and like member management and things like that. So most of it's like internal tooling. I'm actually breaking off a separate site into like BN reference stuff and some other tips and tools that I want to be available to the public, but I'm starting just internally with BNA for now.
Yeah, in Cornwall, to add on to that, basically what we're doing here is we are collecting everyone's data in BNA and selling it to fund our infinite nano supply. No, but it's exclusive for BNA/BNG members as well. So if you're in either...
And BNC.
And BNC, yeah. So we have 3 guilds now. It's available to all. So generally, if you're a part of the club, not the club, but if you're part of the team in any retrospect or any aspect, you're going to get access to this. And what's going on, Paracord? Good to see you. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with the My Army feature, and I'm going to kind of do this. I'm going to do this live here. So let me go ahead and actually open Battle Nations back up, just so I can track it.
This is all very fresh, so forgive any bugs or issues that come up.
Yeah, we're gonna stress test this thing here. I can go ahead and just mark myself down for 0 ranged or melee frags. But for example,
did you not get a melee? I thought you got a melee or something.
No. I think I'd post it. I'd probably post it on the YouTube channel if I did. So let's go ahead and just do one here. I have 2 Dexter fragments at rank 2. Now that I've added these, is there a save and submit, or there's a pending approval, pending change?
Yeah, it automatically pens for approval. So I can actually go into your account right here and let's verify this. And at any point, like admins can go in and verify army changes, and however they want to, like, I guess, prove with screenshots or whatever, if you like ridiculous numbers or something. Yeah. That's up to the squad leader.
Yeah.
But I just verify your changes and then they'll show up in the public members page. Your army will show up there.
All right, and just navigation wise, if I go to reported units, official units, if I want to go to the public page, is that available yet?
Yeah, you can go to the members page. Perfect. And that'll show the members and all of their armies. When I say public, I mean public to the guild, not public to anybody.
So I'm not going to share. I'm not going to share anybody but mine right now. Let me go ahead and get that closed out.
Here, I think I've put some of my units in, so you can go to mine too. I think I have a little more entered.
And you're good sharing that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't even think it's up to date, and I don't have anything crazy yet.
Which squad are you in?
I'm in BNG actually, squad 5.
Squad 5. Okay, so if we go to BNG squad. Oh.
You can collapse BNA if you wanna, but yeah, that works.
All right, so you can collapse. It's very cool. I like that. It's pretty easy to navigate here. So if I go to squad 5 and I click on CU, you've tracked everything on here. And now, when you're doing this, do you find yourself updating weekly? I feel like weekly to maybe every other week is pretty helpful, and I love that it has your time zone as well. That's very helpful, especially for guild management too. That's
what I was going to say, especially as boss strike time comes around. You can opt in. Some people don't want to know where they are, that's fine.
Yeah,
but like you can opt into having your time zone, so we can kind of manage who will be online when and what expectations to have for like points per hour and stuff. So
yeah, no, so that's a great feature. I know the devs are using that a ton right now too. But yeah, really good to see. So, oh, I love that too. You have a, so it looks like one of the features, if you don't mind me asking, it looks like you only have 6 bubbles. Is that correct?
Yeah, some of these are the bubbles are not up to date. I think I defaulted everything to rank 6. The bubbles are the rank.
Okay. So everything is a default 6 right now, or only goes
default
up to
maximum 6. The filled-in bubbles are what your rank currently is. The empty bubbles are what the max rank goes to.
Gotcha.
Some of them, I've updated some of the big ones to rank 9. I don't think I actually have any units that go up to rank 9 since I missed boss strike, but like the M10 I think goes up to 8.
You didn't miss boss strike. You just yeah, you did. You start.
Yeah, I didn't even have an account when boss strike. Yeah, because it was like just December 31st or something when I made it. So.
Okay, so you're full on ready to go.
Yeah, I'm basically there. I'm behind on ranking. Ranking's hard for me because it's hard to like carve out multiple hours a day to rank stuff. So like my vets are still R5. I still got to get everything up. So.
And you'll be making a push for BNA would be my assumption.
At some point, yeah. I want to help out BNG as much as I can and help them out in the next boss strike, but we'll get there when we can. There's no rush, really. So.
Okay, perfect. So we've done my army. We've set that up. We've just done a simple addition into here. We're not going to go into that. We're going to go into requirements. When I'm taking a look at requirements here, what am I what should I be highlighting?
Requirements is just our like internal requirements for what it takes to I think it's like to technically join the BNA. I don't know where the requirements stand, but it helps you track since it's not like one-to-one unit. You can actually mix and match certain things like nano units and non-nano units. And we have a wild card system where you can like opt out of a certain requirement for wimps.
Mine is
this just helps you track all that. Yeah, the peacekeepers too. A lot of people did this in a spreadsheet. That's totally fine. If a spreadsheet works better for you, do that. I don't take offense. I just like having it here all in one place. So
we got boss strike. One thing I do want to jump over to, which is a really cool feature of this new site that you kind of developed here, is we have the boss tracker. This is really cool, and this is very. I would say it's very hip, very in right now, just given what's going on with the Ancient Sentinel. So we have, you can set your timer manually. So here's a great thing. So I know, my Ancient Construct spawns every Sunday, and I am, EST. So I know I forgot to do it last Sunday. So I did it at 2:30 p.m. So I'm going to go ahead and set that timer. So it'll give me the the 420, which is really funny. I did not mean to do that, but I can record my kills, go over my drops. So I don't know how many Ancient Constructs I've fought. There's no way I'm going to be able to tell, but I do know that I have 2 Dexter frags, as we talked before. So I'll go ahead and save that. Which means my luck is times affinity. So probably gonna zero that out. I'm just gonna start new here, and this is the feature that I will find myself using the most. So Dreadnought, I don't remember. Kraken, I don't remember. But Ancient Sentinel, I did do today. So I'm going to go ahead and set that timer for the 4th. And I fought that at about 1 o'clock today. Let's say 1:30. Yeah, we'll set that timer. So that gives me my timer. And correct me if I'm wrong here. That just says the soonest it can spawn. Is that correct?
For Ancient Sentinel, yeah. This is the. I don't think I flagged that anywhere, but yeah, the earliest it can spawn will be in your 2 days, 19 hours, and then we'll tell you like the spawn window too, if you didn't know what that was. Yeah. So like it might be available. I have no way of telling you when it is. We just don't have that information, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to do is add a notification system if you want to get pinged when your Ancient Sentinel can spawn in Discord or something. You like put in your Discord handle and we ping you. But that's down the line. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean this has been fantastic. This is something that I'll probably use the most. Like I know my Dreadnought's got to be coming here soon. My Kraken hopefully getting here soon. But I just fought that. I actually just got a tentacle, so can't complain too much about that. Yeah, no problem. Just listening.
You got. Yeah.
What time are you streaming tonight, if you don't mind me asking? But yeah, no. So this is fantastic. Now this did take me. I've just been. And I work in storm restoration. I do storm restoration work in the Southeast. So as you can imagine, I have been pretty busy. So I just definitely got a hold of this. I've been playing around with it. But I didn't want to add anything until I had you on here. I do want to go to boss strike because I think this is going to be pretty relevant. So you've already gone ahead and marked in everything. And this has been great. Everything's loaded in. I'm there at number 16. All great stats to see, and what I like is that we also have squad breakdowns, which have enabled some more competitiveness within the guild. So there you see you have squad 3 slacking. No, all jokes. But this is something that has been great. So official points, that's been great. And if I'm sharing too much, let me know. I can take it down. But definitely wanted to show this off. So we have an average of 1.6 million for our squad, which is right around where I scored, which at 1.68, and it was 1.67. And final points just under 100 million. This is fantastic. I love this feature. I love the competitiveness that this creates. Share away. The site is amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love the site. Total participants. So my question is how so like in terms of the bite total, right? So let's say we have 250-ish members throughout all 3 guilds in the BNA family. We're probably still within the, what would you say, the first month of operation of this, and it's been kind of called a dry January of content. What's been about the engagement rate of this so far? Maybe 20, 25, 30%?
Are you talking of the site?
Yeah.
Here, I can actually check that. Let me find out. Where are we looking? Let me get some of my metrics up here. 1 minute.
You're good, guys. While we take a break, go ahead.
We had 181 people on this week, which is more than I would have thought, actually.
Ooh, that is more than I would have thought, too. And I got to do a little bit of self-promo here, so give me 1 sec. I do have to remind everyone, if you could go ahead and hit that like button, that'd be really fantastic, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Just a quick reminder. But yeah, back to it. So you said 185 people this week.
I've used it so far this week. We need to check how many members those are, but it's invite only. And actually, I think the majority of all the guilds are now like signed up and registered. We still have a handful of people that haven't yet, but again, until boss strike comes, like that doesn't matter that much. And even when it does, admins can manage anything themselves. So, but yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the feedback, and people keep sending me info and things that they want, which is awesome. Like send me either what doesn't work, what you think works poorly, or new stuff you want. Like I'm enjoying this. This is fun for me. So feedback is always good.
Yeah. How about you open a suggestions channel? No, that's all jokes there. But yeah, this is really good to see. Members, guides, and tips coming soon. So if I were to open my feedback, and I think this will probably kind of circulate around guides and tips. And what you're going to have to do probably personally here, what is that? Ooh, you can do a dark mode. I like that. It's a system. No, we'll go dark. So personally, something that I would want to see, and yeah, WCU pants, this is freaking awesome. What I'd like to see is, and I would like to see it maybe like tweaked or adjusted around this new system is some sort of fleshed out PvP. What if it's like recorder, or maybe we throw something in guys and tips? Are any plans in the future for that?
I haven't thought about PvP on this at all yet. I don't know what PvP is going to look like yet. Yes. I don't know what the rules are, how it's going to behave. So I haven't even written a single bit about it in my notes yet. If it's coming sooner than I think, maybe I should get ahead of that. But until I know a little more, it's hard for me to do too much planning.
And I mean, obviously, I think this comes to no surprise to anybody watching or myself, is that you have a real knack for this. You're in the industry. Is that kind of safe to assume?
Yeah. I do. I've been doing all sorts of development. I do like software engineering for smart home tech, and I used to do like warehousing software for a while. But this kind of application is not difficult to create. This is like a weekend project. People would just call it a CRUD app. Like it's straightforward but very useful. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun to do because it's a little more freeform. I don't need to be like, oh, how is this gonna make money? Like, how do we create shareholder value? Like, I just get to build a thing that I enjoy. So yeah, people have been saying it's great, and I love that. But give me the negative feedback. I want to know what sucks about it. I want to add like PvP. Great feedback.
Yeah, I mean, I think love dark mode. I don't really have too much to. I mean, obviously, the great feedback would be, can I sync this with my actual in-game account and it will auto-populate?
I think you were talking about that a little bit, because I had spoken with some other guys about trying to propose like sort of a read-only API for devs, because I wanted to reach out to Boris or someone to see if we can actually like get army counts, because I have a little bit of a kind of an idea in my head of what an API like that might look like. Mm-hmm. And if we could get something like that in game, so you don't need to manually enter data, you don't need to do any of this, that would be great. It's probably not on their radar because they have so much like actual game stuff to do. Mm-hmm. But I'd totally volunteer my time to help build something like that if they were willing. So I got to reach out to somebody about that.
So with that being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and not ping them, but just show them a little chat real quick. Give me 1 second. I want to see if they're awake.
Also, I have to point out, the industry of game dev is wild. It's super cool. I did a lot of game dev in college. Haven't really touched it since. It is very difficult, very time consuming, and you kind of pay for your passion. Like it's pretty cutthroat from what I've gathered, and you have to love it. Like you have to love what you do. And so I have so much respect for people in game dev. I really do. So
yeah, do you I mean, it's really tough, and I don't know if it was posted in Donator General or if it was posted in main chat of BNA. Somebody posted a snippet of when Alex or the devs first joined the Discord for BNA, or not for BNA, I wish, for Battle Nations, and it was back in 2018, which is before the pandemic. I mean, it was crazy long ago.
Oh my god.
You got to think, not only are they, you touched on it great, and what Boris mentioned before is that they're ground up on this thing. They don't. What would you say it was? They have to recode the entire game, or I think you can probably describe that a little better than I can.
If I heard what Boris was saying correctly, they did not have any of the client or server source code at all. Mm-hmm. So that would mean you just have to like rewrite the whole thing. I mean, the nice part is you already know what it's supposed to do. In my experience, one of the hardest things is you don't have a strict outline. You don't know what problems you're going to run into when you start a new project. So Boris, who was on the original team, kind of had already a gauge of that. And maybe you get to make some decisions you prefer this time around. You're not working with a legacy code base, which is always exhausting. But yeah, my understanding is they basically had to rewrite the whole thing. Again, I just from what I've heard in that conversation, don't completely quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm not going to completely quote you on that because I don't think I could if I tried. But what I will say is that the development's, been a little bit of a struggle, I think. And you were a part of that discussion. What was it, over the weekend, where we were talking about, how simple or how difficult it would be to add in like a double XP or a double SP weekend. And I remember in my conversations with Boris and other devs is implementation is what, 5 to 10% of the battle. The 90% is going to be more so testing. And have you found that in your experience as well with development?
Yeah, especially as you have now a project that's being used by thousands and thousands of people. You can't really afford to break stuff.
Yeah.
A project like this, I break things every day. Nobody notices, nobody knows, and you get to move really quickly because of that.
Unless you are Bethesda, you can just break stuff.
This is true. And then it's art.
Yeah.
No, but making sure you don't break anything existing, you don't want to have any regressions. So again, implementation is, as you said, 5 to 10%. Testing it, making sure it works the way you expect it to, is almost the rest of it. So yeah, there's always more that goes into it than you think. Always.
Yeah. And they've been pretty responsive too, in terms of, I know they've hired on full-time people, but in terms of quick bug fixes, the one thing we're seeing right now is just everyone is very aware about is the frost issues that we're seeing in game. So have you battled in the snowy area yet?
Actually haven't yet. I'm behind on my missions, but I did see that it looks like frost immunity is just not a thing.
It's just
the
not
units that are supposed to be immune. Yeah. Again, tough to know exactly what goes wrong there, but it could be an easy, we forgot to toggle immune to frost on, or we had a fundamental misunderstanding of how frost behaves versus poison or fire or something. So again, I don't know. I can't say for sure.
And Progs has some pretty good knowledge about this too. People don't interact with the software the same way. Someone's workflow breaks your app. For others, everything is fine. So I think what he's saying is basically if you're working on, let's say we're in two different, we're in two separate flows, right? I'm working on PvP and you're working on Prestige. Maybe I implement PvP and it works all the way fine, but it might be breaking something with the Prestige or vice versa. Is that something that's pretty common within the industry, or is there a lot of fail-safe? Is there standard industry practice for avoiding that, or is it just through testing?
Again, it always depends. But there's a funny comic about this that I'll post in the thing, which is basically something that you think is a fix or a positive change breaks somebody else's flow. And the comic, I actually don't know if I can post links in the YouTube chat. I tried, it might get kicked out. I don't know.
Banned.
It's to a funny comic that explains kind of what happens here. But,
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, one man's fix is another man's breaking change. So
yeah, and I guess kind of where I'm steering the ship here, not per se, but just with all your knowledge, would you ever want to do some sort of part-time thing with Madrona, or act as IC, independent contractor, or where does your heart lie on this?
My heart lies in I'm probably not qualified for that. I don't do game dev. These guys are all way more qualified than me. Of course, passion-wise, I'd love to and figure it out, but they're a small team. They don't have time to onboard some schmuck like me. It'd be really cool. But another reason I steer away from things like that is I have a bad habit of turning my hobbies into things that I try to do for work, and that makes me not enjoy it as much as a hobby anymore.
That's interesting. I tried to do that with the YouTube thing too. I love YouTube and I love Battle Nations. Let's see if I can combine the two. But I haven't had that issue. I haven't gotten too burnt out yet.
No, good. You're more disciplined than I. It's just I did this with chess. I started a little chess software company a little while ago because I love chess.
Yeah.
And I spent all day like writing code for chess, like writing chess programs, doing all this, and I just didn't want to play anymore. Like I used to go play in chess tournaments in my city, like, and I just stopped because at the end of the day I was like, all right, I don't want to keep doing chess now. I want to do something else. So I'm trying this year to keep hobbies as hobbies.
Hobbies as hobbies. Well, I like that. I don't want this website to become a full-time management thing. It seems to be
running close. Don't even worry about it.
It seems to be running pretty self-sufficiently. Obviously, if we could have this flow directly into the game, that would be fantastic. But yeah, I mean, this has been a great addition. And I do want to use this as a little bit of a self-promo here. So I'm not going to remind everyone to hit the like button again. What I do want to do here is that, you know, if you are interested in this sort of thing, you're seeing the squad system, you know, we got 72 of y'all in here, and really happy for everyone to kind of be in here tonight. But if you're a fan of this, and you know, if you're already in a guild, this message really isn't in for you. But if you're, you know, between guilds or kind of thinking about shifting, BNA or BNG and BNC, they're all kind of recruiting. We don't really have separate chats per se, so it's a lot of Discord communication. If you have any interest in that, or using this feature, or just want to you know, kind of give it a test drive and just hang in the visitor chat, or just hop on the radio too. There's a lot going on in this Discord. I really would encourage, if you're just interested, or, you know, you're certifiably in another guild, and I totally understand that, and you just want to have access to this server as well, I'm going to go ahead and drop the invitation down there. I would, you know, recommend, would love to have y'all in the Discord. It's a really fun time there. I'm going to make a better effort to be in the visitor chat as well. But it's good. And again, if you're looking for a new home, BNA is always open. It is a legacy guild. By legacy, meaning it's an old head guild. I think that's probably fair to say. But this is an old head game, if we're being honest. And it's 1,000% better than DG. We do have our own BNA branded lizard memes. You have to pay $5 a month to get access to those too. No, but that is, I want to throw that out there. Or if you just want to be on the radio, again, this is how you get on the radio. Definitely want to do stuff in, I want to do some merging as well. The reason I like this, and just want to get some backstory as to why I'm not using, why I'm not doing the BN hideout versus this. I BN hideout is fantastic. I still actually will go in there if you know, AP's on a stream or whoever's on a stream. Just the reason that I use this is I have a little more admin controls with the PC. So if we have people on, we have it, and I highly doubt this would have happened. But if I needed to, you know, kick somebody or leave or have more admin permissions, that's just the reason I'm doing this in BNA, and much appreciated to the mods for doing that in the BNA channel. But with that being said, to you, I really appreciate you hopping on to kind of go over this website, and I want to get into some more general Battle Nations discussion, more so update focused. But if you have to go, I also totally understand. It's a Tuesday night, and people do have things to do. So what are you thinking?
I got a few minutes. I have to pick up my girlfriend from work shortly, but I got a couple minutes more.
Okay, perfect. So let's do speed round Battle Nations questions. First one is, you mentioned megas were your favorite back in the day. Does that still hold true right now, and have you been ranking them up? I did see you had a bunch of supers.
Yes. So actually, I don't think megas are my favorite anymore. I feel like I went through this internal battle of like, megas are objectively more powerful than super tanks.
Yep.
But super tanks only take tier 2 resources to heal. Tier 1 and 2 resources to heal. So like, if I'm going to make a ton and rank a ton, supers might just be my fodder. I might use them more than megas just because the value of losing a mega is so much more annoying. And again, I can't get widgets as easily as I could in the old game. You could farm ridiculous amounts. Occupations were insane. Like, resources were flowing. It was crazy. And since that's not the case, I think that either the super tank or no, I'm going to go the super tank, actually. Yeah.
The super tank. And that's kind of good to hear too, because if you're a low level, lower levels have access to that as well.
Yeah, I don't know what level you unlock it, but well before Megas.
Well before Megas. I know that. All right, next question. Who is your favorite character?
Oh, Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Definitely Sergeant Ramsey.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I had an old email account that was like Sergeant Ramsey something at whatever. Like, I just think he's a badass.
That is awesome. Alrighty. Do you have a favorite subsect of campaign missions? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't think I pay close enough attention to the campaigns.
Oh,
I
man.
like the ones that take you down the cat paths where you get to use the cat to destroy the rats and stuff. I thought those were fun.
Okay.
No, this time around, I'm going to pay closer attention to the campaign and get a better answer for you.
Okay. I like that. For reference, in chat, I want to hear from you too, because I really like asking the campaign question. I like to get a gauge as to where people are at with that. So mine personally, spoiler warning, her face. Spoiler warning, if you haven't gotten past probably level 45, I think it's a level 45 mission. So if you've gotten there. So anyway, there, I can't hear you if you are. So cover your ears, spoiler warning, you've been warned. There's a mission, there's a slew of missions where you have the Silver Wolves attacking Trowbuck and the other one next to it. And it's actually when the mayor dies by the hands of the Silver Wolves, and the dialogue gets pretty serious, and you obviously it's goofy in times as well, but I played these missions on stream. It's kind of a depressing part of the story, but it's really good, and it shows off the writing capabilities a lot. So that was my favorite. That was my monologue there as well. But okay, next question. This is a kind of a would you rather. I want to pose this one up to chat too. Do you think the air unit should stay exclusive as boss strike rewards, or would you like to see some sort of airport implemented with trainable air units?
I am obviously biased to this, having missed out on all of the air units. So yeah, of course I want to be able to train them. I don't think, even if they did, I don't think we'd be able to train like the snake.
No.
But yeah, I'm conflicted. Trying my biases aside, I think I still would want it in. I like all units to be able to be trainable. I like to have a theoretical unlimited amount of units I can train. It keeps me motivated to keep grinding stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just my thought.
Well, perfect. And last one before I let you go here. And Hellgamer, I see that you joined too.
What's up?
You were live on the air. But last one for UCU before you were on Uber duty. What is your favorite enemy type? And it can be.
Are you talking like?
You can interpret this question however you want, like whether it's to fight or whether it's their design, their story. The ball is in your court, as they say on this one.
Hold on, give me 1 second for that.
Yeah,
sure. That's a good question. Enemy type. I like sandworms because I think they're so cool looking.
Okay.
I think they're probably my favorite looking enemy of all of them. I know they're just a worm with a bunch of teeth. Like they're probably the least intricate. Yeah. But like the big red emperor sandworm is really cool. Yeah. They terrify me. I remember the first time they showed up when I was replaying through. I was like, oh, these guys are gonna poison everybody to death.
Side note, real quick before I let you go, did they name that mission where you have to fight it the big red one?
Did I make it to that?
No, did they call that mission the big red one? If they didn't, that's a really big missed opportunity.
Oh, what did they call it? No, I think it was like the Rigididge or something.
Yeah, the Rigididge.
Oh, it should have been the big red one, but that might have gotten a copyright strike.
I mean, it's been funny for context and also for content, because why not?
Yeah. But yeah, see you hang around as much as you want. Hellgamer, I got a slew of questions for you, so I hope you're ready for speed round.
I'm gonna hop off, but you guys enjoy the rest of the show. Good luck and take care, everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and that's my little. That's how I like to get people kind of. That's kind of how I like to learn about people's Battle Nations experience. And I think it's kind of it's going to be a retreat on the tread mid right there. Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely I get it.
But yeah, so first off, a little bit of background. did you play the game back in the old day? What's your gamer tag? And how you refound the game and how long you've been playing since?
I feel like back then, during the olden days, that was the golden era where people got into Battle Nations and just you grew to love it.
Yeah.
And it's basically with every battle, it kind of forces you to think of what actions you take, what mistakes basically happen during each fight. And it basically, the higher the level, the more difficult the fights get, which I like that aspect because it kind of forces you to strategize of what to basically go for.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what Madrona's doing. I love them for bringing the game back. Thank you, Madrona. You were an absolute godsend. Thank you. And I do like the path that they're going for it because hopefully in the future it will be what the old Battle Nations probably never could be.
Yeah.
Because it has potential. And I believe Madrona does see that potential as well.
And I do kind of want to add on to that. I think, I do feel like we are still in this peaks and valleys system of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Where, I think everyone was feeling a little bit down. I don't even think it was from not necessarily the lack of content, but people just didn't know what was coming. And I did see people say, hey, no, they did talk about this in BG, so I must have missed something clearly.
Yeah. Well, with in regards to certain features or content, I do like that they're going a different route. I just feel like one thing that could basically be is if you're not going to add this, then sprinkle in a bit of something different that would help, kind of basically sweeten it a bit.
Yeah, sweeten the pot.
That way, it gives people something to look forward to. Because Naval right now, it's good, but it's not enjoyable because there's no SP farming areas, just like the Bigfoot Country or Greensboro or New Haven once you reach level cap.
Yeah, and I haven't personally done New Haven yet. Have you gotten there?
No, not yet, but I'm working towards that. But it's definitely a good opportunity for farming resources such as gears, because I'm not sure if you basically tried it or not, but if you rent the vehicle factory, you can get actual gears from it.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
I just really wish there was certain aspects for, let's say, for example, if you're raiding a raider outpost that has their own animal trainer that you could basically farm for teeth.
Do you think that's a good substitution for occupations?
I feel like you would basically be raiding the enemy's resources in that aspect, so I feel like that would, in turn, basically bring slightly a bit more flavor towards the game.
Yeah.
Because it will be doing something that the old Battle Nations never did. And not only that, it would add slight realism towards it. So let's say, for example, if you raid or occupy a enemy base for a certain amount of time, then let's say, for example, they run out. So you'd have to wait, let's say, 24 hours before they restock, before you raid them again.
Well, I do want to pause you real quick there, Hellgamer, because we do have Madrona in the chat tonight. And Madrona basically kind of shot them a DM, said, hey, I really want you to check out something. I really wish CU didn't leave. I know, I hope somebody can ping him in BNA, can ping him real quick.
Yeah.
That is quite his timing. He just left. But essentially what I wanted to show off real quick, and we can put this in lighter day, but CU Pants is a software developer in the Battle Nations Army, and he's made kind of this cool I'll give the Spark Notes real quick. He's made this cool website that everyone in BNA, GC are using. And we have a bunch of different tabs, and I want to walk you through that real quick. So we have the My Army. which has access to every unit in the game. And basically what we'll do is manually go in here and upload those. So right now I have, if I wanted to add one, I would do 1 mega tank, and I'm going to bump that up to rank 4. And then that shows, that goes up to, that will go up through admin, pending admin. So anybody who has admin access to the site will see that and then approve it. I did the same thing earlier for Dexter's, but this is a good way to track units. I think this is a better way to track units that you can't mass produce, because I think on units that you can mass produce, it's you're gonna have to go in and update it all the time. But with that being said, you can also go ahead and check your requirements. It has a progress bar tracker, so on 1,000 R wimps, 50 R6 chuckers, 25 field agents, 25 peacekeepers at R5 for any of these, UMGs, M10s. But basically, you can go in and track all of your requirements as well. We also have a boss strike page, which is kind of a it's kind of a bonus as to the leaderboard that we currently have with that is in game. But this is just an internal for BNA. So it has everything uploaded, our final points tier, total participants, and average points per player, rewards earned. And then we're broken out by squads in our game as well. I'm in squad 6, so this tracks all the points, gives you the average, and lets us kind of compete against each other as well. That's been nice. We have a boss tracker right now too, so it shows you can manually input when you last killed this boss, when it's available. So and then your luck. And we have an Ancient Sentinel on here. But Ancient Sentinel, along with any of the other bosses that have a 3 to 8 day timer respawn, that will just tell you when it will be first available to respawn. And then you can go over members. We have BNA, BNG, and BNC. We're still working on BNC, and these guys will all have profiles. But yeah, this is really cool. I know one thing that CU mentioned that he was really interested in is he wanted to reach out to Boris specifically, just because he heard my interview with Boris. And just kind of go over this. Obviously he'd be very interested in being able to link this live with the game. That is not priority for y'all right now. But definitely, I told him to reach out to Boris. I think it'd be a super interesting chat. But yeah, just wanted to show off this feature. Thought this was just something really cool that he was able to put together. But yeah, just also something cool for BNA. Only BNA people have access to it so far. But yeah, that's CU Pants. It is his name. He's a software engineer. He does go. It is Captain Underpants, but it is very cool, and I can't believe that he missed out on this. But yeah, no, this is they're talking about it in the Discord right now too. I think it's Soju. But yeah, just wanted to show that off, and I appreciate you popping in. But where were we? Hell game. What were we just talking about?
We're basically talking about questions like progression of games, like questionnaire kind of situation.
Yeah. Oh, I just lost my damn trebuchet, which is quite unfortunate.
Ooh, rest in peace.
Yeah, I was almost ready for R2. All right, we get to try out the new Elemental Troop.
Oh, I will say one thing that I do have a question from is, because I know back in the old game they used to have their own separate, website wiki. Yes. That would have their information that, of what basically gets updated. I'm curious if Madrona would eventually do the same once the game is back to its full peak.
Are you talking? Oh my gosh.
Oof. Oh no. That is Ripperino.
That was the first battle I've ever done with an Elemental Trooper.
You don't know that they don't take piercing.
Careful, that secret bite. Oh, damn. Madrona, we need to buff the Elemental Trooper.
Yeah. But yeah, Madonna, I'm curious, is once the game's reached its peak of where you want it, would you eventually consider basically making your own wiki page that would have the information that you basically put into the game itself?
Now, are you talking about the fandom wiki page? I think I want to just kind of clarify that for reference here.
Basically, for them to make their own wiki page. Since
So
the fandom one is
separate,
separate. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically because we know what the previous devs before years ago, they basically made their own website that would have information basically based on drops and units, buildings, etc. So I'm wondering if Madrona would ever basically consider doing the same for the game now, or obviously in the future.
Not to speak for them here, because I know there's probably limited on what they're able to talk about. I would imagine this is probably not at the top of their laundry list right now.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure as they get bigger and like even, I'm sure as they get bigger, that stuff was something they consider. But my assumption is that they kind of have to operate within scale, and so they're trying to, I'm sure prioritizing is kind of, and making sure things don't crash or break other things in the game is kind of top priority right now.
I think it's mainly because with the fandom wiki as well, with that one, it's all right to a certain point, but the main problem with that one is it's not exactly restricted. You can edit it, so that way to the point where information would be wrong.
And I'm kind of I am with Madrona here too, and they did reply if you see it.
I do.
They don't. Yep, they don't have any plans for that currently. That makes sense. I don't remember seeing this back in the day either. I'm not saying it wasn't there, but maybe it was something that I wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, it probably wasn't advertised much back in the old game, to be fair.
Yeah.
Much happens this time.
One sec, I just want to ping somebody real quick.
Okay.
Alrighty, sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, that definitely, obviously, in terms of my wish list, that probably won't be super high for me, understandably. But
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll get there. It's a 2026 is going to be a fantastic year, so I'm not super worried about it. But
I mean, I've got high hopes for them because they're the only company that managed to actually bring this game even now to its peak. I reckon there's always room for improvement, but I do like the approach that they're going, and I absolutely am here for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I'm ready for this.
So back to the
the questionnaire.
The questionnaire here, So first off, what is your favorite unit?
Ooh, decisions. My favorite unit. I know this may seem like a hot take, but I am in love with the infected units.
Okay. I'm guessing, would Maulers top that chart, or where are you at with that?
Actually, surprisingly, the bullfrogs. Bullfrogs and also the stalkers.
The bullfrogs and the stalkers.
Yeah, because
do the bullfrogs need a buff?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Because with the when you're facing against the enemy variants, they have a higher crit value and slightly higher damage. But I reckon they could obviously keep the damage the same, but increase the crit value. Let's say maybe 2 or 5%, something like that. But my favorite thing about it is when it comes to taking out, the back units, such as artillery. And so it's basically like, the snipers, air units, like with the previous boss strike against the Falcon's Nest.
Yes,
the bullfrogs did a fantastic job against it. Despite them having a fire modifier, they basically almost one-shot them, which. It's pretty good as well. They was fantastic against the sandworms, the brutal units, and I like that the attack pattern aspects. I like that that's literally unique from any other unit.
Now, I mean, I have no complaints with the attack pattern either, but it's just the damage that it does on the attack pattern, which is where,
Yeah, the damage could do with a buff, but I reckon I'd be happy if they added crit to the attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we would be too, and I think Fire Mod let some of these like chem units or those shine a little bit more too, which was pretty nice.
Yeah. Now for the Stalkers, they are an interesting bunch because they when they crit against the tank unit, because that power aspect
just for those who aren't hip, the Stalker is the one. Is that the one with the bladed arm?
Yeah, the bladed arm where you put it at the front and it shreds tank units.
Yeah. And do you have any of those?
Yep, I have every single one from the Proto to the Standard to the Advanced and the Archetype.
Nice.
And I absolutely love them so much. And honestly, I look forward to more infected variants in the future down the line.
Yeah. Halloween is. I'm so happy. I mean, that was one of the biggest surprises to me is that we did get infected last year. I know there was a lot on the development play at the same time, and I know it was a bare bones infected, so it didn't come with missions or anything like that. And I would hope that we get the missions this year. But I mean, that was super cool. That was not something that I was expecting, but that was a ton of fun to have that back, and a lot of nostalgia there. So it's really good to know that they are able to kind of quickly implement that as well.
Of course.
Now, obviously, I think we all have a little bit higher hopes for infected this year. Just with missions, but no, that was great to see, and that was a nice little love letter to the fans there too. So it was much appreciated.
Yeah, I love that as well.
Yeah.
I also liked that they took the people's requests to consideration when they changed the amount of air units you get for the first boss strike. So instead of 1, we got 3. I loved that because that shows communication. Mm-hmm. It shows that they're willing to basically work with the community.
Yeah.
And I like on how they balanced it out as well, because that was definitely on point. I loved it.
No, and it's good, and I think we've talked about this before, but it's been really good to kind of see that, and obviously everyone is super excited with the new update, as am I. That's been fantastic to see. But I think the game's in a pretty good state right now.
Also, Madrona, please don't add the pre-level thing, please, because we like how it is where you literally have to level it up.
You're talking about the pre-level for units?
Yeah, I don't like that. I'll be honest, because you lose. Basically, you buy a unit or you earn a unit. You're very much expected to progress that up. To level it up manually, just like what we did with the previous area units. I like that aspect where you're literally forced to level it up from the ground up, and then you earn that power that it gives at a higher rank, and instead of it basically being given to you.
Now, to play devil's advocate here, do you think that, some of these units, like if you were to get this unit at level 70 and have it at R1, that is going to be pretty tough to rank up, just given how high everything else is. Or you just say,
yeah. I get that. But then, what would be the point of having the farmable SP areas if they were literally just going to come pre-ranked?
No, that's so fair. And obviously they wouldn't be ranked all the way. Because I'm still suffering from getting my snakes from R8 to R9. But we were getting there. Darn it,
you got this, buddy.
This has been the worst grind ever. But no, I'm excited to see that. So kind of back to the questionnaire here too, and when we're talking about infected, does this mean? Next question you heard me ask CU this is does this mean that your favorite mission line is associated with infected, or do you kind of have like another area of the campaign? Excuse me, that you're a big fan of?
I do like that they're basically adding in different communities into the Imperial's said problem of basically trying to set up an outpost for their so-called empire. Mm-hmm. I do like where they're basically trying to bringing other communities together, and against that mysterious threat that we never actually got to see.
Yeah,
any of the OGs that was there during that period will know that we never actually got to see what happened.
Sort of deal.
Yeah, yeah. I really hope they continue that story because that cliffhanger was definitely not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a great cliffhanger. We had to wait 10 years at least to get the answer for it.
Oh yeah, of course. It literally took 10 years plus a company change.
yeah, an IP acquisition and a company change, and 2 company changes later.
Honestly, I don't miss I'll be honest. I'm glad with what the previous company did, but I don't miss them because Madrona is making moves that I am here for.
I mean, I think Z2 was a great company too. I have no qualms with them. I don't like kind of their dealings towards the end, maybe, but that doesn't mean not. I mean, they were great for their own reasons. So I mean, they did develop this game. To be fair, I mean, they were
good for basically creating the game.
They did a little bit more than creating the game. We got to give them.
Of course, I know. Oh yeah, I know. It's just one of the things where I think it's just out of experience because years ago when because it was good where it was. There was plenty of opportunities to get different types of units. I just feel like the security aspect could have been better back then.
Interesting. Okay.
Like what they've got now, they've literally nailed it. Got rid of all the cheating on that aspect. I feel like they've nailed it. But back then, they could have literally just done it a hell of a lot sooner.
Yeah, and no, that's so fair. And again, there probably is tech that exists now that didn't exist back then that Madrona has access to that has been helpful. But yeah, so you're kind of so kind of framing back here to where you are on the campaign. You're more so
up to date.
Okay, you're up to date, and you're more so kind of liking when you kind of head down to the southern frontier. Is that pretty safe to say? Is that's where your love's at? I haven't unlocked New Haven yet. I'm very excited to, for multiple reasons, to kind of get in there and get my hands on it.
Yeah. Also, whenever we get our next level cap unlock, hopefully we may get even a specific tank that we could fight. Goliath.
Oh, that what well, that's 68, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, brother, well, I don't think we're gonna. I gotta get my darn ancient sentinel unit. I'm not gonna be knocking on the door of the Goliath tank anytime soon here, unfortunately.
I mean, to be fair though, I remember back during the old game, I didn't even have any of the drops, and I literally just fought it, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it, let's do it. Let's rumble.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna give it a try too. It's not like I'm not gonna give it a try when it comes out. I mean, that is my favorite unit in the game. To be fair,
yeah,
is the Goliath tank.
Yeah. Well, with the Goliath tank, its resistances aren't as intense as the Ancient Sentinel, so I do like that because with certain damage types, you can basically pump through it.
Yeah. No, it's a great setup, and it is something that I am. I'm because don't we unlock the Spider Wasp Queen as well? Isn't that something that?
Yeah, the Spider Wasp Queen. I believe that is. I know Goliath tanks like what in almost 470 Spider Wasp. I'll have a look at this up. Actually, just give me a sec.
Yeah.
Actually, level 70.
Okay, so we're a ways away. I'm hoping maybe by the end of the year we'll have level 70, but I think there are other things that are probably top of the mind right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So what are you currently working on? If you had a priority list to go over what you're working on, unit wise, where are you sitting at?
If I had to basically pick unit wise, I would honestly basically. Because there's different types of units as well. I do love my maulers, But I also am one of them type of players that likes to give even expensive units like the laser sniper a try. Okay. And honestly, I do like them, despite the price tag. The damage has potential. The first attack is pretty much... It's basically meant for artillery, basically shakedowns.
Okay.
But I do like the second attack, which is equally just as good. And honestly, I feel like there's some units in this game that are pretty good that people are sleeping on.
Interesting. And this is a fun question that I have, and I didn't get to ask you because I know he's kind of rushing to go. This one's not only to you, this one's to the chat. I just like, this is kind of I'm not going to call it a personality assessment or anything like that, but just something I like to kind of, I think this is pretty interesting. So this goes out to everyone in the chat and to you, and I'll give everyone a second to think about it, because this is a kind of, you got to think about this one. If you were to assign your personality, or if you were in the Battle Nations universe and you were to assign your personality to a unit, or you were to operate a unit, what unit do you think you would operate / be in the game? I know that sounds weird. Just think about it for a second. And I can go first too.
Go for it.
Okay, perfect. So let me go ahead. Because I'm always between two. So let me go ahead and show off the units, and then I'll kind of explain why. Ooh, actually, my tree shake's done. What time is it? 7. Yeah, I want to go to 8. Got the 13-hour timer on that. Okay. Sorry. So if I were to give myself a unit, obviously, you want to say like mega tank or like range frag or something like that. I would assign myself to the chucker. And the reason I would give myself the chucker is a couple different reasons. It's similar to the type of vehicle that I drive, number one. So obviously that's a little bit of love affair on my end. Number two is it's not the shiniest unit. I'm looking at some of the chat.
It's not the shiniest tool in the shed.
It is not the shiniest tool in the shed. It's not your LeBron James of the cast here by any means. But it's all reliable. It's good. It's dependable. It's coming there. You can make a lot of them. And you're going to use it a little bit more than you need it. And I don't know. I feel like it kind of fits my personality. So I say chucker. This is one of the funniest comments of the night is the legendary sandbag, which needs to be an April Fool's unit. I need a legendary sandbag.
Yeah.
Oh
if I had to pick a unit,
the Humvee, I like that.
I would honestly pick the Mammoth Artillery.
Going big. I like it.
I do like its intricate damage patterns for both of its strikes. And not only that as well, I do also like animals as well. So the fairy mammoth would literally make pretty good company as well.
Okay. Is there? And I'm guessing you have some of them, right? Since it's your.
I have 5 of them.
Yeah.
And I absolutely adore them because the damage is good. Hopefully, Majorna fixes the cold resistance because the frostbite thing is not doing it any favors, but. I do like the design aspect as well, and since they're basically improving the game graphics wise, I feel like they look better now than they did in the old game.
Yeah.
Because Unity is definitely key.
Yeah. I do want to highlight Rhino Vault Boy's comment of the night here as well. He said his would be the veteran because of the body.
Fair enough. Everybody's got the right choices, and honestly, that's actually a pretty good one. I'll give you that.
At first, last, I do like that answer too. The Ranger, really one of the coolest looking units in the game. Definitely needs a little bit of a a machete. It definitely needs a touch up too. And I wish you could use that machete, that sword/machete attack. That'd be awesome. Use that.
It could basically majority of if they basically rework the Ranger, they could basically give it. Also, with the machete that it has, they could give it the scrappers attacks, like the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
So it basically, obviously, it'd be much weaker, but
no, that's what you're saying. No, I like that idea, and obviously, it wouldn't be like priority. You know, like let's buff the Ranger. That's the one we need to take care of.
Yeah.
I'd
be down for unit rework.
I think everyone would be down for a unit rework. I would be the special agent. Ooh, Halkin, I like that. Is that because
we're talking?
How special are we talking? Oh my goodness! I'm gonna get in trouble, just like your profile picture, Halkin.
Oh my god! I saw that as well. It was zoomed in as well on the screen.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I had to show that off, but no, Halkin is the man. He's good people.
Much love, bro.
But yeah, guys, so I do think we're going to wind down here for the night. I do have a couple more things that I want to go over real quick. I did promise you a Would You Rather for tonight, so let me go ahead and open up the YouTube app so I can go ahead and paste Would You Rather. And remember, this is going to be a live poll, so make sure to go ahead and vote in that.
Oh, that's a good choice. He'll sail. The wimp. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's definitely the Incredible Hulk reference, and I love it. I do also like the old-fashioned Hulk movies as well. That was also a good one. So I do like that reference.
Yeah. No, I like that reference too. Let me go ahead and hopefully my computer doesn't die on me here. Up. How do I want to go about this one? All right, let me run these by you. Let me run these by you. Just kind of see if you think this is a tough one, or you think this is, because this is one I've been kind of sitting on here. Is do you think that the Navy in Battle Nations would you rather have the Navy available at level 1, starting at level 1, or start at level 70? So kind of the same way you have it now, but obviously at level 70 no, you still get the units at R1. You have to work them all the way up.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I would probably say because if you didn't have the pre-level approach, then I would say have them at rank, not rank, at level
pre-level. Let's establish here that you can't pre-level.
Yeah. I would obviously choose level 1.
Okay. Now, obviously, at level 1, that's going to create some issues, right?
I mean, there's always going to be issues with everything, to be honest, but when there's issues, there's a solution.
Yeah. So I'm going to let that play out here real quick. This one might get a sweep here, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, and we're going to finish off a couple of these battles, but guys, we are going to start to wind down for tonight. Rather large audience tonight, so seriously, thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been a fantastic episode. Hell Gamer, thank you so much for coming on. This has been a ton of fun.
Hey, anytime, man.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. This is open to everybody. We sent out the invite tonight. We got to highlight, CU's achievements. That's been awesome to see. Got a little feature from Madrona. I appreciate them popping in as well.
Also, big praise for them for basically showing up as well. Thank you. You are absolutely amazing. Yeah. Much love. And honestly, big ups for them for the future.
Yeah,
definitely.
Big hopes on that, guys. Please, as we finish out, I did make the promise that I am going to get these trebs to R2 by the end of the stream, so bear with me as I finish this out. And while we're finishing this out, this is a great time, one more time for me to beg you for those, or me to, I'm going to say beg, I'm going to lobby you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It does wonders for the channel as we try and move on 400 here. And we'll have some new stuff coming as soon as PvP comes. Kind of planning some stuff with some other creators for PvP, and we'll have some marathons for PvP as well. And also the like button never hurts. And we'll have boss strike strategies as well. But we'll have that for every boss strike. We'll do videos of that, of how to beat it free to play. While I got you here, are there any videos that you would like to see? Maybe not just me or any creators in the space.
Honestly, back in the old days, they used to have content creators, so basically like Jake Ross, for example. He would normally do unit reviews, and having them, come back would be really nice. It would bring some sort of like familiarness towards it.
The Jake Ross unit reviews, yeah.
Yeah, I miss them, man. They were actually the first ones that I have actually watched, for me to actually pay attention to unit reviews before I basically buy the units.
Mm-hmm.
I would always watch the unit reviews just to see how the units are before getting them.
Would you want them at level 7 or sorry, not level 70? Would you want them at R6 or just kind of go over the features of ranking them up? Or what's most important to you when you watch a unit review?
Just say how they would basically be, against different enemy units. See how they would perform, performance statistics.
Yeah. And
then eventually, in the end, the cost.
Yeah, cost is going to be a big factor. Especially if it's nano, but that's kind of... It's the closest thing you can get to a try before you buy sort of deal.
Yeah, of course.
And watching the reviews, and that's why I got the Elemental Trooper, though clearly I used it incorrectly as it died immediately, which is not fun to see.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that one live, which is okay. But yeah, no. So maybe that is something. I know Atlas does the unit reviews, but he's doing all of them, or at least he's trying to. So if you haven't checked out,
everybody loves trying.
But no, I mean he very high production videos, I will say, and he started out with like the Heavy Grenadier and everything along those lines. But still trying to get some teeth, man.
Yeah, I really wish there was a better option to get more teeth. I know the Kraken boss fight is good, but they need to basically have like a how it's similar to the mysterious units. But instead of them being the Emperor Sam one, where you can get like, let's say, 10 teeth, per week. Because I'd definitely pay for something like that.
Ooh, speaking of a tooth, I got one. Also, I do want to take a peek at the. I am going to take a peek before, because there is a chance that my Dreadnought could have spawned. I mean, it should spawn any hour now. I will fight that to end the stream here. I probably got like 2 more boar battles in me, maybe 3. So
there you go, for it.
I do want to try and maybe get a clad live on stream here, just throwback clad.
Yeah, hey man, I'm knocking on wood, giving you good luck.
I appreciate that.
All good, man?
Are you heading off?
Yeah, I might as well just stay and watch, see how this goes.
Perfect. Give me 1 second here. Let me make the pact and finish this. Need to finish the treb here. This is gonna kill me if I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
Also, I'm gonna be on the. I should have these BC1 snakes at least promoting next week, which will be great.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna make the Ancient Sentinel so much better.
Yeah, people also been using the unit rank product like promotions for leveling up as well, because the R7, 8, and 9 units, they give a chunky amount of XP.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be ranking up the Ironclad 2 or 3 tonight, which I'm looking forward to.
If only we had an XP booster or multiplier. That one can multiply that. God
I know. No, I mean it's ready to promote. I'm just waiting to I ran out of ammo there. Forgot if I attack with the trap. All right, let's hope this ends it. Please, come on. Ready for promotion. Bang. All right. Let's go check the world map, and then we'll call it a day.
There we go.
I got juked out there. I thought so for a second, but no. It looks like we are good to go. So, guys, thank you again. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and yeah, Hell Gamer, thank you so much, man, for coming on tonight. But with that,
anytime, man. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, and I will see everyone next week. So cheers. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe.